Hear the sound? When I asked him what he was thinking about when he created that kind of music, he told me he was in crypto vibe. Oh my God. Music producers. They're quite peculiarly different from us video producers or cinematographers, visual producers. And back again. My name is Ronald Seaman. Thank you for viewing my content. Joseph Arins, thank you for the music. It's the year 2022. And this happens to be probably my first series of vlogs that I've released, and they're about men. And I think I'm not going to stay with any friends who are male. I'm going to lose all my male friends because it looks like I've taken sides with the ladies. And when I return, still we're going to be talking about men, but this time we're having ladies somewhere because they also contribute to a fraction of these problems. Stick around. My name is Ronald Seaman, and don't go anywhere. Oh yes, and we're here to talk about men still. But this time, let's start this from the female side. Should we start it from the male side? I think let's start it from the male side and then it shall end at the female side. And you see where also you women actually call for this. You start this up. Now, men, you have to understand that if you want someone to tend your house, do your laundry, cook your food, for those of you who are like me who can cook, but on those days when you do not want to cook and you want someone to cook for you, or for those ones who are like my friend Drake who cannot fix an egg and burn water. No, he's not that terrible, but he's horrible at cooking. Yeah, and for those ones that are like that, then I really think you guys, they're maids that you can find for yourself. You can find maids to do that for you. You can find housekeepers to do that for you. And in case you need someone who's going to be your business partner, who's going to be there, like, I've seen women who support their husbands and they tend to the business, checks and balances, they're looking at the receipts, they're making sure that the workers are reporting in time and the work is really going on well, competence at work. The list is endless. Yeah, there are also those women. But hey, you can get yourself a CEO or a managing director. Instead of going to someone's to someone's home, and you claim you want a wife. A wife is not any of those things, by the way. All those things come in the package. It's like you going to buy a cell phone, but you literally don't want the cell phone. You want the charger, you want the earphones, you want the screen guard for those phones that come with extra screen protection, you want the battery. That's what men these days have turned into. You have turned your wives into you want the extras more than you want the real product. No, it's the real product that you have to be interested in. If the medieval times treated women as service providers because they produced, they made food, they tended to the home, they cleaned up the house, they did all those things, well, I think it's too late and you guys maybe are born in the wrong time. You should go back to your medieval time where you belong, because the woman of today is a partner and is supposed to be a friend. And we're always accusing women for being materialistic, but honestly speaking, if I don't believe in people losing the war and the battle. Get one. If you fail to get respect as a wife, then maybe you can get to be a gold digger with a ring on. So, men, stop these things. In my previous episode, I said men have reached an extent of saying that their sisters and their family is more important than their current family. Trust me, I'm not a religious person, but the Bible says that man shall leave his mother and father and go meet a woman, and the two shall not become just a family, but the two shall become one. Meaning, she has become part of you. She has become part of your body. So, I don't know where your sister comes and takes precedence of attention as far as your wife is concerned, who is part of you, who has become one with you. I know very many women out there are going to say, yes, you men go ahead and cheat. Yes, it's subversive. It's subversion. It's not supposed to be that way. But we live in a crazy world full of sin, and I'm not condoning it, but it happens. But now we're looking at how a man can abscond from duty or can abandon his job or his responsibility. They are struggling to have $30 to survive in the home, to buy what is basic in the home. And this man is getting those $30, which is equivalent, almost equivalent, not really good with the mathematics, but it's almost equivalent to 100,000 in my country. 100,000 is what they need in the home for the home to at least go for 1 day or 2 days extra. And this man is giving it to his brother. Now, I'm not saying you should completely close out your family that you come from, but hey, you should understand what takes priority. You should understand what are priorities. Probably we should take you back to school and teach you the meaning of the word priority. If your mothers were not around and be better mothers to teach you the word priority, man, you have a big problem. Now we cross the MISC. We arrive to the line. And we come to why these things happen sometimes. Quote me. You guys are fake. You play around with words. I make sure I pay keen attention to every word that I say. Now, why these things come sometimes. Women, you still belong to the medieval time. I don't know why you still even find the word bride price still anything to be attached or anything to be associated with. Because the minute you put price onto something, something becomes monetarily. And the minute someone knows, let me not even put it that way. The minute you put price to something, then it becomes a transaction. The minute someone puts a price onto something and says, this is the cost of this. So if someone else is going to be having it, they have to come with an equivalent. It's unfortunate I'm teaching people who have been to higher standards of school. But hey, they say common sense is not common. The minute you attach a monetarily value to something, if someone else is going to have it, then it becomes a transaction. It could be a barter transaction, but it is a transaction. It could be a cash transaction. It is a transaction. It could be an installment, hire purchase. All those are transactions. They're just different ways of transacting. But all of those are transactions. So, women, why are you still attaching a price to yourself? Why do you still make it that you are a product in a shelf? that a man has to go to your parents and pay them something and give them something. Why can't he just shake hands with your father and say, thank you for bearing and raising this great friend of mine? Do you know how that is going to be in your favor? Do you know how it helps you in your favor? This man is never going to disrespect you. No. No. This man is going to understand that he loves you for free and you love him back for free and you're not his sister. He does not own you. That's the reason why I always say to people, African men don't cheat. We go to the parents of our wives and purchase and get ourselves those commodities and have them. So if I want to go and buy another commodity, is the commodity I have at home supposed to say that I'm cheating on it? I'm not using it, or I'm acquiring myself another commodity? But all this ill treatment comes from when men feel the power because they spent. Because naturally, I was speaking to a certain friend of mine and we had a heated argument at the bar, and they were saying that no, women have to be fought for. Women, even during medieval times, we had to fight to get women. And then I asked, what happened to female emancipation? Because if it's emancipated, then the brain has to be separated enough to understand that marriage is for the good of the two of us. Much as you need me as a friend, I also need you as a friend. And don't make me kneel, because I've not made you kneel. If I cannot have children on my own, you also cannot have children on your own. So let's both meet halfway. And that's when the lady said, no, I will have to go to an orphanage and get myself a woman who has no parents. Therefore, I shall not have anyone coming. So I shall not have anywhere to go and pay bride price. Yes, I'm going to go to an orphanage and I'll get that woman that I shall respect, value. Think not twice, but 5 times every time I look at another woman and feel like I want to cheat on my orphan. Yes, I'm going to think many times and understand this woman just helps me to love me. When she does my laundry, when she cooks, when she does anything, and maybe if she gives me a loan or she gives me any money, she is just helping a very, very close friend. So go ahead, put yourself on shelves. Men are going to come and they will buy you. But just like they buy a shoe, they might choose to give it to someone else, choose to desecrate it, shred it. That's the mistreatment that you go through. So, ladies, think about it, much as also men should understand that, hey, your wife is you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a great pleasure. Joseph Arins, thank you for the music. And if you feel this is really good content, feel free to subscribe anytime. The red glaring word is right there. Just tap it if you're on your phone. And if you're on your computer, do the needful, still subscribe. And on Instagram, I am Ronald Sima. On Twitter, I am Sima.